My bad for not posting once again. I just kind of needed a little break from YouTube, and yeah. So I have a story time, and I really have no intro to this story except for that, and yeah, let's just get right into it. So this story takes place like 2 days ago, and yeah. So I wake up, I eat breakfast, brush my teeth, get ready for the day, and eventually I hit up my buddy. Let's just call him Caden. So I hit up Caden and I'm like, yo, you want to come over? And he's like, yeah, for sure. When? And I'm like, in 30 minutes. And he's like, yeah, for sure. And like 30 minutes later, he comes by and we start hanging out for a little bit. And we're just talking. And then we started wanting to smoke some weed. And at the time, we both didn't have any weed because, first of all, he doesn't know anybody where he can get it from. And I was completely out, and I just decided to hit up another friend. Let's just call him Jackson. So I asked Jackson if he would be able to come by and, like, not come by, but, like, if we were able to meet up on a bike trail. And he didn't end up replying until, like, Caden went home. But we decided to wait for a little bit, wait for him to reply, but he didn't end up replying, so we ended up, you know what, fuck it. We're just gonna go walk down the street and see if we could find a joint laying on the road. And oh my god, just guys, never fucking do that. You don't know if, like, what you find could be laced. You might not find anything, but, like, you don't know if what you find might be laced or some shit, so just never do that. But we're walking down my neighborhood, just looking on the road to see if we can find some weed laying on the ground. And we didn't end up finding any weed laying on the ground, so we decided to do the same thing, but in the alleys, which is so fucking disgusting. Never fucking do that, but yeah. Again, we found nothing, and we just decided to go home and just fucking try again later, but we went home and just decided to give up, and we decided to play some Call of Duty. And I guess when we were trying to play some COD, it needed to update. So we just decided, while we wait, we're just going to try one more time to see if we can find any weed. And I remembered the day before, one of my parents hid their weed in another room in my house. It was the bathroom. And we both decided to go in there and look for it, and eventually we found some weed. And we were, like, so happy, but, yeah. So I grabbed my bowl, and we walked out of the house, walked down the street, and we kind of hid in this little, like, I don't really know how to explain it, kind of like a parking garage area. There was, like, a garage, and then there was two fence, going towards the road, and there was a trash bin, whatever thing. There was a trash bin, like, right against the fence, and there was, like, a little seating area where you could sit down, and we decided to start smoking there, and eventually we got done, and yeah. And we decided, you know what, we're gonna go smoke more. So we went back to the house, stole some more weed, and walked back, but we didn't, like, we walked back to that area, but we didn't go right to that area. We stopped, like, right at another fence area. I don't really know how to explain this one, but yeah. So we started smoking in this other area, and we dropped the weed before we even smoked. Like, we dropped the weed, and it landed in a little line of grass between the sidewalk, and we were devastated. But I was like, you know what, fuck this, we're gonna try to find this weed. And so we're there for like 5 minutes trying to find the weed, and eventually I found it, which was a success. And yeah, so we started smoking that weed, and then eventually he went home, and I started playing some Call of Duty for the rest of the day, and eventually just passed the fuck out. So, yeah, if you really enjoyed this story, please leave a like, subscribe, and, yeah. Moral of the story is, don't fucking smoke weed that you find on the fucking sidewalk or some shit like that. It's just so fucking bad for you. Just don't do it. It's a bad idea. You might get laced and have to go to the hospital or fucking die. But anyways, peace.